Good morning, my name is Matt Bae. I'm an academic advisor here at the College of General Studies at Boston University, and I'm hosting today's Ask an Advisor Instagram Takeover. A little bit of background on me just to start. I've been at the college for about 7 years now, and I'm also a proud double terrier. So I was a student in the CGS program, and then I completed my undergraduate studies in film and television through the College of Communication, and I came back for more and did my master's degree through BU's Wheelock College of Education and Human Development. So definitely been here for a while, and I'm looking forward to answering all your questions today. I've got a few meetings and appointments this morning on my schedule, so I'm going to put the Q&A box up now, and then I'll come back around lunchtime to start answering some questions. So ask away, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. So if you're planning your schedule and you're wondering what electives do I take, the first place I would start is actually step 2 on the course planning guidelines. Let's actually take a closer look right now and I can show you what I'm talking about. So these are the course planning guidelines I was just referring to. And if you don't know where to find this link, I would check your email. Your advisor's definitely sent them to you by now. And if you scroll down to step number 2, you'll see elective options. This is, I think, the best place to start. You can use the process of elimination to look at the different majors here. Let's just pull up a couple different schools here. And you can see what the elective recommendations are for first-year students in the different areas. Maybe you're not sure what you want to do and you have a list of these different majors that are of interest to you. That's something you can definitely bring to your meeting with your academic advisor, and then we can help you narrow your options down from there. Speaking from experience, I will recommend to anybody that they consider going in random when choosing a roommate for the spring semester. There's just a lot you can learn about yourself in the process of living with a new person and having no expectations about that person. And it's just a really good experience. Another great question. You will keep the same CGS advisor for the first 2 years, so your freshman and sophomore year. And then when you're planning your junior year courses, you're going to work with the new school or college department, and you'll have a new advisor beginning junior year. This is a really good question. We get this often. I'm actually going for a walk right now because it's so nice outside, but 15 minutes is enough time to get to class. And in fact, I just left the CGS building and I'm timing my walk right now, so we'll find out how long it takes me to get across campus. So I made it to Kenmore Square. I did have to stop a little bit along the way to post those pictures. My timing is a little bit off, but maybe you can tell now it's definitely doable in 15 minutes to get across campus for class. Certainly not going to stop to have coffee or chat with friends necessarily, but at a good pace, it's definitely doable. Made it all the way to Miles Standish Hall, right over here. This is one of the East Campus residences. It's where a lot of our first year students live, and in previous summers, for example, students in the Boston, New England experience would live here. So it's just really a great location. You're very close to Matt Bae, great restaurants, great shops, really, really close to the Kenmore Square T-stop. And I think it really shows, I should say, how many different diverse residence hall options there are on campus. I recommend students explore campus and the city once they get here. It's such a beautiful campus, such a beautiful city. I'm on Bay State Road right now, and it's just really nice to be able to learn your new surroundings that you're going to want to get familiar with for your time at BU.
In the auditorium.
So this is a great question. I'm actually here at the Student Activities Office at One University Road, and I'm meeting with Sarah Siegel, who is a CGS alum and current senior. Let's hear from her.
So the Student Activities Office oversees over 470 clubs here on campus. In the spring semester, we have Splash 2.0, which is a club fair. It's a great way to meet other students and learn about different clubs that BU has to offer.
And another really good question. Fortunately, at Student Activities Office, we also have here Quinn Barton, who's a sophomore in the College of General Studies and is also the secretary for CGS's Student Government Association.
I joined the Communications Committee my freshman year to get involved, and then I ran for CGS Student Government Secretary and got elected for this year. You can follow along on all of our events and what we're planning at BU CGS SGA.
First thing to think about is, are there any required courses that I really need to be taking in the next semester? You can refer to the pathways for that information. And then beyond that, you want to think about when it comes to electives, is there a certain area that I want to explore, a certain major that I want to work towards? One more note on that is if you are totally undecided on what it is you want to major in, that's totally okay. Even if you don't even know what classes to take, that's also totally okay. It's totally normal. What I would recommend you do is talk to your academic advisor, and what we'll do is we'll assess what are your strengths, what are your interests, what are things that maybe you experience in high school that are really speaking to you and that you want to explore deeper. And together we'll come up with a recommendation for electives that make sense for you. It's just too nice today, and I'm taking my time as I walk back to the office, and I happen to be walking through BU South Campus, which, as you can tell, is a little quieter, nice kind of neighborhood feel to it. It actually was my home for 3 years when I was a student here, and I love this neighborhood. Very accessible to walk to CGS, about 10 minutes. East Campus as well, 10-15 minutes, and just a really nice kind of neighborhood vibe. You feel like you're really living in the city. If I could still live here today, I definitely would. What I look for in a solid first semester schedule is, do you have variety throughout the week? Do you have days that have more classes, days that have a few classes, just so you can get a sense of what works for you. And then also making sure you've got breaks so that you can eat 3 meals a day. That's super, super important. First semester students in general are probably going to take 1 elective. They might take 2 electives depending on the major. That's all stuff you're going to work out with your academic advisor. Another way to reframe this is to remember that you are capped at 18 academic credits in the first semester, so as long as you're below that threshold, you're okay. For students who are interested in studying communications, I recommend a course CO 101. That's the introductory communications course. It's also the gateway course to be able to continue from CGS to the College of Communication. Probably the best recommendation I can make. I'd recommend that you read through the CGS website, that you look through any emails you've received from your academic advisor, and you come to that meeting prepared with some questions. And also, if you are having your meeting remotely through Zoom or through the phone, be in a quiet place and have something ready to take notes with. All right, folks, I have to sign off for the night, but I do want to leave with one quick reminder that spring class registration opens on Sunday, November 7th for sophomores, and then on November 14th for incoming first-year students. So if you've not yet met with your academic advisor to talk about your spring plans, please make an appointment on Advisor Track as soon as you can. If I didn't get to one of your questions today, please feel free to email me at mbae@bu.edu, and I'd be happy to help. Have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.